So, what you just saw in that clip was probably a group of teenagers bullying this homeless man. I don't agree with it. He was probably out there trying to get money, as he probably did something wrong in his life that he regrets. And you guys just had to come in and ruin his day. Probably his life from now. Weekend, weekday, year, life. For eternity. But then, when you grow up and you finally have to pay bills, you're going to get a flashback on that. Watch another group of teenagers do that to you. And then you're going to be like, man, I really regret what I did. And it hurts me to know that that's our society. There's a man recording it. He probably pushed him in. They pushed him into a pond. I didn't show the full clip, but I'll show the clip of them pushing him into the pond. They pushed him into a pond. A pond, probably freezing cold. He was wearing a coat. It was probably in winter. There was a man just watching, not doing anything. He's probably older than them. Just didn't want to stop them. Just said, I don't want to smoke by them. Dude, that's your society. That's our society. That's the world's society. You're just gonna watch them just bully a homeless man. A homeless man that did nothing to you, that didn't do anything in your life, that you never met until that point. I don't think that's funny though. Like literally, he did nothing to you. Not a single thing. Nothing. You just have to come in, probably ruin his life, eternity. And then what? You're gonna be wondering when you die, while you're in the pits, the deepest pits of heck, HEII, just sitting there, wondering what you did. Then you get that certain flashback, knowing why you're a demon, why you won't be able to see the Holy Father, and the Holy Father is probably ashamed that he created such a monster just to ruin somebody's life. Judging them because they don't have a certain amount of clothes, they don't have a certain amount of money, they don't have clothes, they don't have an extra change of clothes, they don't have a house. Just because we have all those extra things he doesn't have doesn't mean we get to treat him differently. He's human. He's human, just like black people are human. Just like people like me, black people are human. Just because he's homeless, he doesn't have a house, it doesn't mean he just to be treated differently. It doesn't. Because if you were treated like that, if you had somebody recording it, you had soda poured on you, you were thrown into a freezing cold river, you would feel the same. And if you're watching this video, and you did it, and you're just like a casual teen who was thinking of doing that to a homeless man just because they don't have enough, I hope this video that you're seeing from me right now, it changes your perspective. Because people don't deserve to be treated differently because of what they wear, because of the amount of money. Because if you go to someone, not because of their trait, and because of the amount of money they have, see, you don't care that they're ugly. If they are ugly, which I wouldn't judge anybody on. But that's good. You're not judging them because they're ugly, which I would not do. But then you're still coming for them because they have money. If you're coming after them because they have money, I don't think it's right, man. If you come at them because they don't have money, I don't think it's right. It's like that. It's like the guy who literally just tried to crash into me. I had almost the same amount of money as him. He had like a slight bit more. He judged my car. He judged me because there's a certain amount of money I have on my account. And look at that. Look at how much that says. 7.877 billion. Because I bet, I bet you if that homeless man had that much money, they wouldn't have did that to him. And I don't want to do another sad story time, because I'm now a story time channel where I have to watch that, where I have to show a clip of that. I don't want to show a clip of that, because that makes me hate the society more. This year, this place, the world is already damaged enough. I don't think it would be fair for good people. There's bad things happening to good people and good things happening to bad people. I don't think it's fair for good people to have bad things happening to them. I think it should be fair for bad things to be happening to bad people. It's not fair that he gets to be treated differently just because he has ripped up clothes, just because he doesn't have the same amount of money, just because he doesn't have a family, just because he made a wrong choice in his life. We've all made mistakes in our life. You shouldn't be treating him differently just because he doesn't have the same amount of money of you that you have. He shouldn't be ashamed. He shouldn't be ashamed that he shouldn't be disconnected from the society just because he doesn't have a good amount of money. Because once again, if he had the amount of money I have right now in a game, he would be treated differently. He would be treated with respect. He would be treated like the richest man in the world, because one of the richest men in the world. It's not fair that they get to be treated differently. Because what if that was someone who was trying to expose people who would be mean to them? Expect more clips of me talking about this. I'm just hoping I can change people's perspective of other people. Because once again, it's not right for him to be treated differently, for him to be thrown out of society just because he's different, just because he doesn't have money. It's not fair. It's not. Because if you were poor and he did that to you, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. So why you're doing it to him? What bad has he done into your life? If you say he's been being poor in your life, get out of here. I don't want to see that in my TikTok comments, because I'm posting a clip of this video on my TikTok. I don't want to see that, because guess what? If you're treated that way, you wouldn't be happy. You literally probably ruined his year, probably ruined his life, probably ruined his weekend, probably ruined him for eternity. And every single time that image, that video, that image, that timeline, that time is stuck in his mind, in his memory, knowing if he ever gets a house, which I hope he does, he's going to be stuck in that memory. And if he ever gets a job, which I hope he does, and that's just going to be stuck in his memory that people treated him differently just because he didn't have the same amount of money. And then he's going to find the same people who did that to him. They're going to say, I recognize you from somewhere. Yeah, you're the guy who poured that soda on me and jumped me in the river. And they're going to be like, hey, could you spare some change? You know what I would do? I would do the same thing that they did to me or to him back. I don't care. I'll be carrying a soda, water bottle, freezing cold water bottle, an ice bucket, and I will pour it on you. And I do not care where I go. I don't care if I go to heck. I don't care if I go to heaven. I care if I go to heaven. Because I'm doing something right for someone who probably did that to a whole bunch of other people. And then he's once again pushed him out of society. Just, if you're watching this, treat other people better. I will only be doing these videos like this on Wednesdays or Tuesdays, but I don't care if nobody watches this video. I just want people to be aware that there's people in this world, in this society, on this earth, in this universe that treat other people differently just because how they look, just because how the amount of money they have. It's not fair. It's not. Treat people betterly. Treat people better. They deserve to be appreciated.